The iPhone 17 lineup is shaping up to be Apple's biggest shakeup in years, and thanks to a flood of leaks, including CAD files, we're getting a clearer picture of what's coming. From the all-new iPhone Air to major changes in Apple's marketing strategy, there's a lot to unpack. Plus, there's a big misconception about the Pro camera bump, and I'm here to tell you why it's actually going to be a game changer. Leaked CAD files suggest Apple is completely rebranding its iPhone lineup. Unlike previous years where the models were just size variations of the same design, every iPhone 17 variant will be distinct. The regular iPhone 17 looks almost identical to its predecessor, making it the least exciting of the bunch, with most changes happening under the hood. But the real star of the show is the iPhone 17 Air, a brand new addition that replaces both the Mini and Plus models. Apple has finally ditched the smaller and bigger versions of its base model in favor of something entirely fresh. Then there are the Pro and Pro Max models, which come with a radically redesigned camera bump that's causing quite a stir. And let's not forget the possibility of an Ultra model, which could replace the Pro Max entirely, signaling a new era for Apple's high-end devices. Now let's talk about that Pro camera bump. If you've seen the renders floating around, you've probably noticed the giant rectangular block with a black glass insert. But here's the thing, those renders are completely off. A large slab of glass in the middle of the camera bump just doesn't make sense. It would be way too fragile, prone to scratches and cracks. What makes far more sense is an all-aluminum design, where the camera bump seamlessly merges with the frame. Not only would this make it more durable, but it also allows Apple to maximize internal space, creating room for a bigger 48-megapixel telephoto sensor, repositioning the flash and microphone, and even making space for a larger battery. And if you're worried about how the transition between materials will look, Apple will likely make it seamless with a perfectly color-matched finish. Another exciting development is the iPhone 17 Air, which is shaping up to be an ultra-thin, ultra-lightweight device with a huge display. The leaked CAD files show that it's actually bigger than the iPhone 17 Pro, making it feel incredibly immersive. But the most impressive part is just how thin it is, only slightly thicker than a USB-C port. If you've ever held the Oppo Find N5, the world's thinnest foldable phone, you'll know how shockingly light and sleek it feels. Apple could be bringing that same experience to the iPhone 17 Air, making it one of the most futuristic-feeling iPhones ever. As for the camera bump, it might actually feature the black glass insert because it's lower profile and doesn't need to be made entirely of aluminum. The CAD files show that both the iPhone 17 and 17 Air lack the separate material cutout seen in the Pro models, which suggests their camera bumps could be made entirely of glass. Apple might also be preparing to launch an Ultra model, something that has been rumored for years. Mark Gurman previously reported that Apple was working on it, but later scrapped the idea. Now it seems like they've revived the plan. A recent leak from Miko suggests that the iPhone 17 Pro Max will come with a series of exclusive upgrades, including 12 gigs of RAM, vapor chamber cooling, and an upgraded neural engine for faster eye performance. If that's the case, Apple could easily rebrand it as the Ultra, making it the most powerful iPhone ever. There's also some big news on the modem front. Apple recently introduced its first in-house C1 modem with the iPhone 16e, and this is a huge step forward. Not only does it improve battery life, but it also enables smart software optimizations, like prioritizing data usage for certain apps. The iPhone 17 Air is expected to use this modem, which is great news because it means even with its ultra-thin design, battery life won't suffer. However, the Pro models won't be getting the C1 just yet since it doesn't support millimeter wave 5G, so Apple will stick with Qualcomm modems for now. The entire iPhone 17 lineup, though, is expected to feature Apple's custom Wi-Fi chip with Wi-Fi 7 support, improving efficiency and extending battery life even further. With all these changes, the iPhone 17 lineup is shaping up to be one of the most exciting releases in years. Apple is clearly going for a more distinct approach with its models, and the Pro camera bump is way smarter than most people think. If the Ultra model does happen, it will completely redefine what a high-end smartphone can be. I can't wait to get my hands on these phones and test them out, especially the new C1 modem. Let me know what you think of these leaks, and stay tuned for more updates.